Eric, here is the American public.
I'm John.
You're John.
It's only a joke.
You know the story, the lad from Liverpool who started a band and turned the world of pop music upside down and inside out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles!
It means Beatles, doesn't it? You know, that's just a name. You know, like shoe.
Shoe. The shoes. You see, we could have been called the shoes for all you know.
Propelled to international stardom, John Lennon assumed the role of the provocateur in the group.
He'd always be the first one with the witty quip. He viewed the world, I think, through rather narrowed eyes. He was cynical.
John, there's a rumour in the news of the Beatles paper that you might be leaving the group.
Rubbish. I'm contracted. I've been trying to get out for years.
Come the late 60s, Lennon started to withdraw from the band. Then came Yoko Ono, and shortly after, the end of the Beatles.
She didn't split the Beatles because how could one girl split the Beatles or one woman? You know? The Beatles were drifting apart on their own.
He was always political, but by 1971, John radicalised his music when he penned,
I've had enough of reading things by neurotic, psychotic, big-headed politics.
I think all our society is run by insane people for insane objectives.
Anti-Vietnam War, anti-Nixon, fiercely feminist.
He was an activist before there was a word activism.
His life with Yoko became a form of artistic activism. His solo music was raw and personal. It gave an insight into the complicated, romantic side of Lennon.
I didn't want to hurt you.
He became someone completely different. He became someone who hoped for great things for the world.
Then came the day that shook the world.
John Lennon is dead.
He was shot late this evening in front of his apartment building.
News of the Lennon shooting, of course, spread quickly around the world.
It's still one of the most shocking moments of my life. I couldn't imagine why someone would want to end John Lennon's life at only, I think, 40.
John Lennon is past the point of merely influencing artists, which he did in droves. He's part of the fabric of our society.
We're saying give peace a chance. You know, like nobody's ever done it before.
Lennon's voice and words live on as a rallying cry for peace, unity and kindness, as relevant now as it ever was.
I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Tune. I remember the day that it was announced that he'd been killed, like it was yesterday. And when you think 40 years have passed since we lost him, all that beautiful music that he wrote, that really important stuff that changed society in many ways, you can only imagine what he would think of the world right now.
Oh, shudder to think.
He'd have his head in his hands.